Hi, welcome to HeKate's Crossing. Okay, I know this is sort of just going to be a real sort of quickish half an hour to an hour, depending on what goes on. But what I want to share today were, or tonight anyway, for me, it is now 6:15 on a Sunday evening for me. So what I wanted to share was the Jane Wallace's Oceanic Tarot. So this is the deck that I'm using tonight, and I'm going to be using it with the Lucy Cavendish, her Oracle of Mermaids. I'm going to be using that as well, just so you sort of know what decks. And I'm going to finish it off with one card from Jane Van Prague, the Power of Love activation cards. So I'm going to use those as well. So that's the sort of messages we're going to get tonight. So we'll see what we sort of begin with. Maybe I'll just do a collective while I wait to see if anyone's going to come online or not. If it doesn't matter, I'll just keep doing a whole lot of collective readings. I've got a few decks here that I sort of will use. Another one of Jane Wallace's, and that's the Crystal Power tarot deck with the Crystal Grid Oracle. I've also got the Tarot of the Divine, and I want to use that with the Intuitive Soul Oracle cards. I do have the Tarot deck of Heroes, or Deck of Heroes Tarot. Not sure what Oracle deck I will use, but anyway, let's have a look and see what messages have we got tonight. So don't forget, you'll see down below there'll be a link to my links down below will be a link to my blog, a link to the payments if you want to make a donation, etc. Anyway, so let's see what tonight's collective energy is going to be about. First card we've got is Queen of Pentacles, which is about being kind to others, kind to self. Here we have the Lovers, which again is about choice. So it's about a choice needing to be made. So there's always a choice in how you choose to be kind to others. Four of Cups, which talks about boredom, of course, here. It can also speak about missing pieces of the puzzle, maybe not quite seeing the bigger picture and everything that's going on. And here we have the Hermit with contemplation. So meditation, reflection, isolation, all those come into play. So when you look at these four cards, we're talking about you always have a choice in how you choose to be kind to others. That's the biggest thing. Being kind to others allows one to have a choice in how they react. If someone's kind to you, you know how someone's kind to you, you always have a choice in how you choose to react. Maybe you're feeling a bit bored at the moment. You maybe you're feeling a bit sorry for self, dissatisfied. And you're needing to contemplate what lies ahead for you, maybe through meditation, reflection. You might find yourself feeling a little bit lonely, so you might find that someone's being very kind to you. So you do have a choice in how you choose to react to that situation. Let's have a look at the Oracle of Mermaids. Let's see what the collective reading is. Adrift, letting go. So this is really about letting things go, allowing a higher force to take charge for a time. So this for me just makes you feel as though you're just sort of drifting along. There's no real set purpose. There's no target. There's nothing really in place with your plans and where you're going. So here you go. The message is action. You have the courage to express the unique, loving colours of your soul. This to me is about taking action, and by having the courage to actually do that, which is super important at this time. Hi, Heathen Coalition. Love the mermaid cards. Yeah, they're gorgeous, aren't they? So yeah, if you just want a reading, just type in your question, no worries, and I'll do that for you. I just wanted to have a little play with the mermaid cards. I haven't really sort of played with them much with moving into winter months here. So I haven't really thought about summer and spring and all that like in the northern hemisphere. It's so cold down here. So just thought we'd just try a little difference with the mermaid. The Oceanic Tarot Cards and the Oracle of Mermaids by Lucy Cavendish. And the, of course, Selena Finch. So yeah. So how have you been? Had a sort of a lazy-ish Sunday. Other decks I've got is the Crystal Power by Jane Wallace as well. It's Crystal Power. And the Crystal Grip. Intuitive Soul Oracle. These are Lisa Williams cards. And then to add something really different is the Deck of Heroes. Just quite a lot dark, of course. And then the last one I've got today. Hi NF. If you just want to, if you want a message, just please type in your message in your question. If you want a reading. Of course, there's the Tarot of the Divine, of course. Yeah, just type in your message. Just type in your question and I'll, just type in your question and I'll do that for you. How does your ex feel about you? Okay. Let me just make some room here. Let me use the how does your ex feel about you? Okay, let's have a look. How does your ex feel? Let's have a look. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we've got Four of Cups. Four of Cups to me is a sense of, if he talks about dissatisfaction, just talk about a sense of boredom. So it does feel like there's a lot of choices and things going on. So it feels like there's some choices in what lies ahead. It does feel like there's a loss of something, something being taken away, as there is a sense of feeling very. Okay, Queen of Swords, I'm not getting the keyword here, I'm just getting more of a sense of nurturing the truth, the facts of the situation. There is a bit of movement going on as well. So I feel like there is a sense of how does your ex actually feel about you? Well, I feel like he sort of was looking at the bigger picture of the situation, whatever was going on. He felt like he had some choices that he had to make, which was really important. So there was a loss in the way that he's moved away from you. There is that sense of loss coming in, but it is about looking at the facts of the situation. He's sort of asking you to look at the facts, look at the truth of what actually went on. You know, really be very clearly about that, because there was the need to move. Okay, that seems to be sort of the consensus here. You know, he's really asking you to, when you look at these cards here, it's very much about looking at the facts of the situation. There were some choices that had to be made, some decisions. It was about looking at the truth and the facts of the situation, looking back at finding a way to accept the loss of what was actually going on. There was that sense of moving away from the whole situation. So the mermaid card here is freedom. It's allowing you to have your own independence, okay, in the whole situation. Feeling very much about letting go, releasing the sense of restrictions or by the past, by what was. So it allows you that freedom for you to be you. Okay, so let's look at the love card here. Let's look at the love. Integrity. It's about the truth and the honesty of what's been going on and how you can manifest the best possible future for yourself. I think that's really, really important. And to look at every action that's actually been taken. You know, why has this happened? I think it's really important for that to come within yourself. And then you have the ability to feel the freedom. That's really important. So the two key words here are definitely freedom and integrity. It's about having a look at things honestly within yourself. Why is he your ex? What was really important in regards to the whole situation. So hopefully that helps you, MF, in enabling you to actually move forward on the journey that's waiting for you. So I hope that sort of makes some sense. Yeah. So yeah, I know things are a bit slow between the connection between what's it called? YouTube. Think for a second. So yeah, I hope that sort of makes sense and sort of helps you to sort of make some clear decisions about the path that you're actually going to take, so you feel empowered, you feel that freedom. That's really important to you at this time. You're welcome, MF. Okay, so I'm not sure if anybody else wants any readings or anything. So I'm just shuffling the cards. This is how I shuffle my cards, just so you know. I shuffle all my decks like this. Hi, Nima. Oh, I'm inspired to follow my passion. It's an interesting one. Oh, welcome, Nima. Don't forget, you can check the links below, and they'll give, if you want to link to my blog or my Ko-Fi, if you want a private reading or anything like that, check on my channel, don't forget. So yeah, if you want a reading, just type in your question. you want to make a donation, there is a link down below to the web page that has, or the blog that has the link to PayPal, the buttons to make a payment. Oh, what flicked? I trust the present moment. Yeah. Let's have a look at the crystal powers. Let's for you want a general? Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, Four of Cups. It's an interesting one with the aquamarine. I listen to my heart and follow my knowing, but let's have a look at the whole picture. Which is 6, wasn't the 9, it was the 6 of Swords. There's definitely a shift going on. So I actually feel like you've been a bit bored, a bit dissatisfied with what's been going on for you lately. So you really feel there's a shift going on waiting for you. So it's really about trusting in your own intuition. It's also about acknowledging the cycle, the phases where you are right now, being able to face your, I want to say face your enemies, but sometimes we're our own worst enemies in some case. So maybe there's something there that that you might need to face in some way. Oh, see, it came out again. The 9 of Swords, this whole thing, there is some worry and stress going on. Okay, so that's most probably why I'm getting this here about facing your fear or facing something that seems to make you worried and stressed, everything. So you've been dissatisfied, you've been bored with what's been going on for you. And so there is a shift going on, but there's something holding you back. There's something that's worrying you, that's causing an unsettled feeling in some way. So I'm just going to do one more with this one here, and the 5 of Wands. So it's very much about there's some battles or some conflicts, and I don't know if that comes from within or with someone else, but there definitely does feel you've got that energy feeling, that worry and stress going on there, the enemy and the stress and the worry and the battles, and it's a very mental thing going on for you. You might find that you're dissatisfied with what's actually going on. You feel like you're at a low, stagnant point right now, and you are. Okay, so some of these affirmations might really help you. This one here is, I stand my ground and look for peace. Let's have a look. I trust the present moment. My intuition guides me to the right decision. I know that peaceful time will come. I listen to my heart and follow my knowing. So yeah, it's very much about you trusting in your own intuition, enabling you to really sort of move forward. So let's have a look at the crystal grid cards. Let's see what card's going to come out for you here in moving forward. First card is, okay, there's a lot of deep healing needed, Azurite and Malachite. So there might be a little bit of chakra work needed doing some energy work, a massage if you can. Someone can give you a massage. Maybe you might need some flower essence, some bark flowers or something like that might be really useful for you. Some nice healing energy would be really, really good for you right now. Making sure that you protect your heart. Don't open yourself up so much. It's not about anybody else. It's like you're being so busy taking care of everyone else. You're forgetting about yourself at this time. So forget very much about protecting your heart. Now, why are we getting channel here? What am I getting here with Black Phantom Quartz? Okay, it's a sense of being careful of how much energy you're giving to, I keep getting this thing about giving to other people, this channeling the messages through to it. Feels like you're getting a download of stuff, and that's causing half the problem, finding yourself at a bit of a crossroads. So it feels like you've got a lot of stuff coming through to you from somewhere. Something's coming through, you're channeling a lot of messages and things through. So you're finding yourself at a bit of a crossroad. So you do need to make sure that you're protecting your heart. So that's part of the deep healing. And you'll find then you'll be able to move forward into a much more directional message. Now let's get a love message for you here. Love message. Okay, this is not just about the word gratitude. It's not really what I'm getting from this in the traditional sense. I'm getting more about just focusing on what you do have at this time, focusing on the support you might have, focusing on the loving energy that surrounds you. I feel like there's a lot of love given to you, but because of the way you're feeling, you're just maybe not quite acknowledging it, is what I'm getting from this. I know it says gratitude. You fully appreciate the invaluable lessons that life lovingly presents to you. But I'm getting a little bit more about just accepting the help from others as well. A sense of there are people who are loving and supportive around you at this time, which seems really, really important. But again, it's just about protecting your heart, not allowing yourself to sort of give too much of yourself away, allowing yourself to accept the healing from others, which is really, really important. So I hope that helps, Nima, in giving you some guidance and something's going to sort of help you move forward on your journey. Yeah. Well, I have to put them in the right pile. You're welcome. Welcome, Nima. I hope that helps. What was I going to? But I think I'm going to do a message with these. Ooh. You're so welcome, Neiman. So welcome. Let's have a look and see what message we get as a collective with the Tarot of the Divine. Let's look at things. Medicine wheel. Okay, spiritually. Might help I do it the right way. Spiritually, physically, emotionally. Don't need to worry about that. So, spiritually, we need to look at 5 of Wands. So, spiritually, seems like we're having a lot of battles with our own spirituality at the moment as a collective. As a collective, it feels like there's some real challenges with our spirituality. Okay, physically, seems to be a lot of nurturing going on. And I think that comes from other people. Other people are nurturing us, but whether we can accept that is another story, of course. And emotionally, it feels like we've got a lot of, I feel very two-sided with our emotions at the moment. I feel like there's a bit of a trying to find some balance creatively with our emotions, which is interesting. And mentally with our thoughts, what are we focusing on? Are we focusing on what we do have or what we don't have? Ooh. Let's have a look at the Intuitive Soul Oracle. This is by Lisa Williams. Intuitive Soul Oracle cards. Just noticing our dreams, connecting to our dreams could be really, really important for us as we move through this journey. Interesting. Moving on. Noticing our dreams as we move forward. You know, what are our dreams telling us about our travels? And whatever question we've asked, the answer is actually yes. So yeah, really it's about to receive what we actually want, to receive the answer yes, it is about noticing our dreams and being able to actually take those steps that we need to actually move ahead. Interesting. That's cool. So yeah, interesting. If you've got any questions or you just gotta want to ask anything about tarot, I don't know if you can tell me about your tarot journey. How long have you been reading tarot? Are you interested in tarot? I'm always interested to hear about what people's first steps are. Whether you've got a channel. If you've got a channel, let me know. If you're doing videos and things like that. It's always good to know. Let's have a look. What message are we going to get? Oh, what's been taken? Definitely getting a lot of Seven of Swords tonight. That's something taken. It's about acknowledging the news that we receive at this time. As everything sort of starts to come together. I don't know if you can hear those sirens in the background. Definitely feels as though something's been taken, something's disappeared. Feels like a sense to try and get some empowerment by listening to the news that comes in. You know, whether we take the news or not is totally up to us, but it's how we bring it all together makes a difference. Oh, cards just fell on the ground. I'm just going to go and pick them up. Ooh. Oh, dog in the background. Juggling. Seems like trying to find our priorities, feels like everything's in chaos because we're trying to juggle everything. Too much at once. Time to walk away. Inheritance. Maybe something enables us to walk away. Oh, what's this one here? Memories of the past. Memories of the past. Trying to do too much. Memories of the past. Allowing us to actually walk away from the whole situation. Oh, it feels quite, even though it feels like everything's sort of coming together, there is this whole feeling of this news arriving. And we don't know whether it's good news or bad news, really. It's just news arrives, and whether we accept that news or I feel like there's a sense of denial. And it could be what brings the inheritance in, which makes us feel like we're juggling too much at once. It does feel like something's being taken from us. So that's interesting. Okay, so maybe something's been taken from us. And we've got some news that arrives, and there's something to do with inheritance in some level, something we've inherited in some way. So it becomes like we need to work out what our priorities actually are. And it is related to the past, which makes us walk away or leave behind something at this time. Wow, that's a really interesting sort of reading. Of course, Miriam, ask away. Ask away. What question would you like to ask? And I've got Tarot Deck of Heroes, Tarot of the Divine, Crystal Power, and Oceanic, which is Oceanic Tarot. How does Kevin truly feel about me? Okay, so I pick, okay. Well, it looks like I've got the Deck of Heroes in my hand. Okay, cards that come out straight away. Okay, the Lovers here is this guy, and he's holding his woman in his arms. So there does seem to be a sense of caring there. Caring, and here I'm getting this action with consequences. No, I'm just typing your message and I'll just do it. You can donate if you want to. If not, just type in your question, no problem at all. Either way, I'm just cruising. So Miriam, I'm getting a lot of caring. There does seem to be some care. Okay, I'm just looking at the cards here. Okay, there is a provider. How does Kevin currently feeling about you? So I look at these cards and I get a sense of caring. I definitely get a sense of passion on some level. There does seem to be this sense of trying to find some equilibrium, looking at the situation in the way that consequences are caused by actions taken. Okay, so there does seem to be some thought going into the situation. It's a lot about trying to be in control. Like the Emperor card here is a sense of being in control. He's a sort of provider in many ways. And here's a sense of needing to persevere. So it's like, what's this perseverance? Keep going, don't give up sort of energy as well. So it does feel like feels like a bit of work involved with the situation, like there is a caring, and there's definitely a sense of trying to find a sense of balance in the whole situation, wanting to provide, but feels like there's a bit of work involved in the relationship as well. It does feel like there's a bit of relation. Ooh, what popped out there? Let's have a look. Miriam, it does sort of talk about there is a bit of control. Okay, here we've got definitely about decisions needing to be made. It's definitely the sense of some secrets being revealed as well in some way. It does feel like there's some knowledge that's being hidden. It's definitely a ship waiting to sort of have some fun with the situation. Why am I getting a sense of resurrecting something? Why am I getting, or awakening something? Something awakening within the relationship as well. So it does feel like there is okay, does feel like there is a sense of resurrection. There is a new beginnings, and there is about an awakening about something, because there were some secrets, something that was hidden from the situation. So that's really interesting. So yeah, it does feel like he's caring, but there does seem to be this sense of consequences with actions for sure. So let's have a look here. Oh, Believe, keep the faith. So it does talk about believing. That's what flew out. Have faith. Ooh. And surrender. Love. It is about dealing with any deceptions and it's interesting because secrets have popped out as well. Secrets and deceptions. So something was definitely hidden from it, even though there's a love. And there's a sense of believe and surrender. So I'm trying to work out whether to walk, whether there's a walk away or a stay sort of energy. Which is not sort of saying that you need to deal with the deception or the secrets. There is some stuff that needs to be dealt with. So there feels like there's a lot of deceptions or a lot of secrets or something that's stopping the love in many ways. So being able to surrender to the changes, to the development in many ways, and there is a sense of having faith or belief in the whole situation. So I think that's really, really important for you to sort of think about, take some time to reflect. I know it's been 4 months, it seems like it's been forever, but maybe to look about what's actually been going on. I can't sort of know whether to stay or to walk away has to be your decision, and what, whether you're determined to sort of try and make things work, or whether there is that sense of awakening to new beginnings. Maybe there's something different happening for you. I mean, that's totally up to you, of course, and where you are in the relationships and things. It's interesting. So there's something for you to think about. It's interesting for you to think about in that way. Okay, so right. Wonder, how does my ex-Scorpio feel towards you? You're welcome, Miriam. Okay, how does your ex-Scorpio feel towards you? Right, do something different. Okay, X, how's he feeling? Okay, wonderful land. Let's have a look. Eight of Wands. Okay, how does he feel about you? There's definitely okay, your ex-Scorpio feels I'm getting a very feminine energy around it. Definitely feels very feminine, but also feels like a sense of intensity. So very passionate. I've got the Eight of Wands here, so that's, to me, I'm feeling very intense, very passionate. So I feel like there's a lot of passion and stuff going on there. Now we've got choices in looking at other options. So maybe feels like he's looking at, your Scorpio, it is a guy. Yeah, he's a man. It's a man. He's a man. He's looking at, yeah. Okay. So he's looking towards you. How does he feel about you? Right? How does your ex-Scorpio feel about you? So he's feeling like very intense, very passionate, or very receptive. If I'm looking at it from the female perspective, I just got the words very receptive or very Yeah, very receptive to the passion, knowing there's choices to look at things from other options, or look at other options, look at other viewpoints. No, options is the word I'm getting. Looking at other options and choices that are available in the way. Got equal here with heartbreak. So there does seem to be an equal heartbreak between the two of you for some reason. And here we've got deception again with the Emperor here. So I'm sort of getting someone who was my way or the highway sort of attitude, someone who was deceptive in his approach to whatever was going on. So it does feel like there's that very passionate energy coming through here. And it talks about feeling and understanding the emotions of another in the service of love. So I am sort of getting, you know, I do feel like your ex-Scorpio feeling towards you is, even though there's that passion there, there's also the deception going on. So I definitely feel like there's this conflict, if you like. There's definitely a heartbreak happening. There's definitely feels like there's a heartbreak, there's a broken heart, and it's sort of like connecting to all your emotions, like feeling all of your emotions in both cases. That's how he feels towards you. Yeah, this is his feeling towards you. So this is how he sees the situation. He's seeing the situation as being very passionate but yet deceptive in some way. So yeah, fairly heartbroken with the whole situation. And yet there's this sense of needing to look at all options. Maybe there was a sense of a sacrifice going on in some way. Feeling like, there's feeling like there's a lot of deception, maybe feeling like there was a lot of sacrifice going on. Maybe Scorpio felt like there was a lot of sacrifice on their part of the whole situation. So maybe feeling and understanding of emotions could be a big thing. Anyway, so that's it there. Feeling very conflicted. Feels like there's a lot of conflict. I think that's what I'm struggling with there. It just feels like there's a lot of conflict going on. Okay, so let's look at Livia. Will I ever get some justice from my ex who didn't give me closure or clarity and moved on quickly with another woman? Okay, can I do that? So, sorry, I was just reading Livia's message. Will I ever get some justice from my ex who didn't give me closure or clarity, moved on quickly with some other woman? So what do you mean by justice? That's a bit of a, do you just want closure? Are you looking for something to actually happen, Livia? I'm a little bit confused about that. Just don't know about will you get closure. I can do. I think you have clarity about the whole situation. He's definitely moved on. You can get that straight away. So, you'd like the truth and an apology? Okay. Will you get the truth and an apology? Okay, Ten of Swords. It is over. That is final. Okay. It's definitely over. Okay. getting a burden here. It does feel very heavy weighing on you. It definitely feels like it's your responsibility to you moving ahead, not letting, not holding on to. I don't feel like you're going to get anything from him. I think it's about you moving on here. I'm getting the sense of wanting to move, needing to move on in some way. Got the Page of Wands here, so needing to find a sense of creative energy or a sense of drive and motivation to move ahead. I think it's your responsibility to move ahead. So I actually don't think he's got his own ambitions, his own thoughts about where he is. I don't see him giving you the truth at all. I don't feel like I feel like there's a sense of moving on. I don't think you'll get the truth in your apology, so it's totally up to you and your own responsibility and what you do with this path. I think it's a feeling of you. Let's just see if I can get any more cards out of this. But I just feel like it's totally up to you. It's understanding your own potential as well. It's about not giving him the power, really. You're hinging your future on him in some way. And I think, you know, with the cards, it's sort of like saying, you know, you've got your own potential. Yes, and I know you're heartbroken, but it's how you choose to move past this sense of betrayal. It's a perception thing. It's how you choose to react to the situation. And recovery. It's how you choose to recover. Okay, I don't feel he's not going to give you any truth, and he's not going to give you any apology. He's moved on. He's not interested. It's really about how you choose to deal with it now, which is going to make a difference. It's how you choose to move on, how you choose to react. You know, do you choose to give him your power, or are you going to take control? It's your own knowledge. It's your own song of the siren. It's the call, the summoning, the voice to know. So it's how you choose to express yourself in moving ahead as well. Whoops. It's about seeing your own beauty as well, and actually taking some time to look at the direction that you actually want to move in. It's really taking some time out to focus on you. I don't feel, you know, the cards are saying that I don't feel like he's going to give you any truth or any apology. It's more about your own responsibility, how you choose to react. Are you going to give him your power, or are you going to allow yourself to see your own beauty and allow yourself to actually move ahead on the journey that you actually want for yourself? I think that's very important for you. How you're able to express yourself in a way that does not rely on him at all. I think that's really important for you yourself to recover from this heartache is your own choice. So let's just have a look at the Love Oracle of Activation. So let's have a look. Livia. Vision. No matter what, you see the bigger picture of a loving, just universe. So it's really about you moving forward. It's about seeing the vision of where you could possibly be, your own potential, your own journey without him. I don't see him apologizing or anything like that at all. So, but you can move on and be very strong and be an empowered person. Okay, so let's have a look. Who's next? Is Yorkin, I think. your kid. Okay, can you please tell me about my future spouse? Okay, I don't do appearance, profession, or is he known to you? Okay, so you want to know about your future spouse. You're really limiting your relationships by relying on one person. Okay, so can you talk about your future spouse? Let's not narrow it down too much. Let's leave it open to you to be able to let's open it to, I really don't want to, cards are a bit different. We're not talking about appearance. I'm not clairvoyant in that I don't get that sort of information when I'm doing a reading, should I say. I don't do future spouse as in what he looks like. Yeah, definitely. Okay, your kin. Okay, let's talk about your future spouse. I'm very cautious here. I'm not blocking you off to any future relationships. And relationships can be in so many ways. And really you have freedom to accept or not accept your relationships, of course. So let's have a look. Future spouse. Or someone that comes into your life. And some people come into our life for a short time. And some people come into our life for a long time. So we really don't want to miss out on any great opportunities for whatever reason. So let's have a look. Relationship, let's have a look. Someone who contemplates, someone who thinks a lot. Someone who's a sense of completion, someone who's creative. Could be a musician. Could be an artist. Someone who's very good at completing tasks. Feels like a dreamer. Vocation. Yeah, definitely embarks on lots of things. Someone who's very loving and balanced in his emotions. Could be somebody who really embarks on lots of projects, is what I'm getting here. Someone with lots of projects. So I'm getting someone who's very arty, very creative energy. Someone who takes care of themselves in many ways. Yeah, that's why I keep getting dreamer. Someone who's got a great imagination, very artistic. I feel you've got someone who's a very artistic type person. It's funny because I'm getting sort of like polar energies here. I'm getting summer and winter. So someone who's quite, I want to say hot and cold. So could be a bit wishes. Sort of getting here a lot about yin and yang. Someone who's quite, seems to have two sides to the coin, so to speak. So even though they're arty and creative sort of energy and very loving, I think there's a very loving energy. It's very cups, very emotional sort of person, but yet there seems to be a coldness about them. Does seem to be a separation in some way, separation. But definitely somebody who's quite, so if you're looking at what can you tell me about your future spouse, okay, what I can say is this person is very creative, very arty, quite emotional in many aspects, with the emotions coming up. You might find him quite balancing to you as well. He could be a great partner in that moment. He could be a bit of a dreamer. Definitely feels as though there's some healthy, I'm also getting a lot about healthy boundaries, or allowing somebody who really takes care of his health. But there can be a coldness to him too, and sometimes, and I don't know where that comes from. I feel it could come from his emotions. Sometimes his emotions get overwhelming, and so he will dismiss all emotions as well. So it's quite interesting when you look at that, looking at your future spouse. So let's just look at the mermaid card. Okay, somebody who can communicate. That's what I was wondering. Somebody sort of really connects emotionally. Sort of seems to be able to feel like he can feel your emotions, knows how to sort of treat you well in that moment. But I think sometimes the emotions can get a little bit much, can get a bit overwhelming, and I think that's why sometimes they feel like coldness because they need to isolate. This might be what I'm picking up there. So yeah, that's one relation, somebody that's coming into your life at some stage. It's quite interesting when you look at it like that. Oops. So yeah, I don't know whether there was any other readings or anything like that. Yeah. Oops. So that's it from me, I think. I think that's just about it. Just a quick sort of look at a few readings for a few of you. Don't forget to ring the bell so you know when my next video will be uploaded too. Like and subscribe and ring that bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Check out my channel for my links to my Ko-Fi shop, and if you want a private reading or something a bit more in depth, either through email, video, or video chat. Or take care, 17 Joy. I'm just sort of slowly putting the cards away before I sign off. Oops, got hiccups. Just seeing if there's anybody else. Just got a couple of minutes. I think everyone's written in their questions. So thanks for being with me during this time. So yeah, that's it. Take care. Let's finish off with the power of love. Okay, one last message for everyone to go away and think about. What am I going to reflect on for tonight? What are we going to reflect on before we go to sleep? Oh, willingness. You're able to compromise if the end result is love. So that's the last message for tonight. Let's see what the book says. I don't normally read the book in these, but let's see what other information comes out about willingness. Okay, you have come to the earth plane to learn to accept the things you cannot change, as opposed to those you can. Life is a constant game of discovery, but no price can be put on any experience, because each one transforms you. When you're willing to look inside and begin to change your habits, self-imposed fears and perceptions, only then will you be able to see your true self. The catalyst for transformation comes from the willingness to forgive, open your heart, and be honest with yourself. You are never too old to learn, and each day should be filled with excitement about how your perspective will be altered. You can gauge your spiritual growth by your willingness to learn from and accept another. By keeping an open mind when conditions change, you expand your knowledge of life. Allowing love to radiate through you and in everything you do brings divine awareness to all those in your sphere. Rigidly adhering to your dogma is doing a disservice to your growth. The willingness to accept others in their individual path is a soul strength. Okay, so that's it from me. Take care and chat with you again later. Good night.